Hey guys, it's cbgray coming to you guys with another Destiny video. How are you guys doing today? So in today's video, guys, we already talked yesterday about the teaser trailer, and today we're going to talk about the actual trailer, the trailer that came out today. But before that, once again, I want to let you guys know, please follow the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/cbgray. Definitely head over there, because once Warmind starts, that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm really trying to get as many people over there as possible. So please just take a second out of this video just to please head there if you do want to watch me and if you enjoy the streams that have been on YouTube. So now that that's out of the way, now that the teaser came out today on Bungie's live stream, they actually came out with what they call the Warmind Prologue cinematic, and so that kind of is going to dive deeper into some things. So we're going to watch that, and then we're going to talk about it, and we're not going to go too deep, only because a lot of the other YouTubers already kind of like have that down. They got to get flown out to Washington to the Bungie summit, and they already have content from that summit that now they're showing. So I don't have any of that, so I don't want to sit here and bore you guys, and you could go watch a better video, especially with Dados. I see one with True Vanguard. There's a whole bunch. Just go check it out. So without any further ado, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and watch this together for my fans that are here. All right, let's do this.
Guardians aren't supposed to investigate their past. That's the rule.
So this is Anna Bray.
But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much
I thought this is pretty cool though. What if this is Warmind technology she's using to see these hive ships?
The Clovis Bray tech in that building allowed us to colonize the system during the Golden Age. They sought to create peace for all humanity. Which is ironic, because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way,
so this struck a big question for me, but I'll ask in a second.
Collapse, along with something far more terrifying.
As always, it looks pretty cool at least. Let's hope they actually can deliver. So thralls coming out of the ice caps. She's definitely got the moves. Pull out that throwing knife. I really like the music, guys, and it does look good at least. It's funny how those almost look like Sebamites coming together, but I doubt that's what it is. Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure it's not. It's just not. But it would have been cool. Alright. So with that being said, guys, there's definitely a whole lot in that trailer to digest. So basically, if you guys didn't catch, that's Anna Bray. She's talked about a bunch in Destiny 1. She's a lot in the lore. And we're going to learn a whole lot more about her come soon in this new expansion, and we see that it seems like she has some type of Golden Age tech that she's using to kind of track those hive ships, and it sounds like we're also going to learn more about Clovis Bray. So if you guys didn't know who Clovis Bray was, another big talked about person in Destiny 1 that hopefully we're going to learn way more about in the lore. And if you guys were ever on any Mars Crucible map or anything in Destiny 1, you'd see a bunch of CBs around, and that's kind of not because of me. I wish it'd be because of me for the CB, but because of Clovis Bray. So I'm definitely excited to learn more about her. I'm a little confused about Rasputin being on Mars, because everything seemed to be focused around Rasputin being on the Cosmodrome back in Destiny 1, and I could be wrong, but like that's where I thought he was, or I guess not he, it was. And apparently Rasputin's on Mars, so hopefully they'll do some explaining, because it definitely seemed very centered around the Cosmodrome back in Destiny 1. So I hope they don't just kind of pretend that doesn't exist and then just do something completely different, because the lore in Destiny 1 is really important. It's pretty important that it stays consistent. So that's really what's going on there. So they didn't give too much away, but we're gonna have to see when the expansion comes really more about her character and more about Rasputin and Clovis Bray. We saw more hive. We saw that there's ice caps. We're gonna be in the ice caps on Mars, which is pretty cool. And and there's a whole lot of other stuff going on, guys. So now let's kind of dive into the live stream a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, because like I said, there's some better videos that are gonna have all the behind the scenes stuff that they already got directly from Bungie. But exotics are gonna get a whole lot better, guys. That's the first thing that I really want to talk about. The Stern look great. You can actually get it where it 2-taps people eventually. Graviton Lance looks very, very OP, and it's definitely gonna be able to contend with Vigilance Vigilance Wing. Rat King's a lot better, but they didn't show that on stream. Excuse me. Skyburner's Oath has tracking. Like, so if you shoot from the hip, it actually has tracking bullets, which was disgusting, and it really looks like it's gonna be a good weapon to use. So that was one of the things they really talked about. They showed those new exotics within a private match, which is cool because the private matches are coming for anybody, not just the people that have the Warmind DLC, but to anybody. So even if you don't buy it, you guys can come back and play private matches. So that'll be cool. And they have 2 new maps that they only showed 1. I don't know if there's only 2 new maps total, but there were 2 maps that they were showcasing, and they only showed 1. And it looked pretty cool, to be honest, and I'm excited for private matches to be able to dive into those maps. So that's cool. I'm trying to think. Then they went, well, I'm going actually in reverse, but the first thing they really were showing a really big portion of was the protocol, the escalation protocol of Warmind, new horde mode. Basically, it's not really exactly a horde mode, but it's like more like a Archon's Forge-ish, more like a Court of Oryx-ish patrol event. So it happens within the patrol of Mars, which on this patrol in Mars, I did notice that there's somebody on their Sparrow. So at least we can Sparrow around on this one. It's definitely a bigger sized patrol space than the Mercury was, which was a real letdown. Gathalion was talking about that on his stream, so I know that I'm not just making a guess. And that event, this horde mode-esque mode, is gonna allow for us to grind for new weapons that are exclusive to literally that event, where there's gonna be chests you can only open up a certain amount of times a week. I think it's 1 per character, and then there's other stuff you can grind to get different loot that only exists within this. So apparently it's gonna be something that we can't do until we finish the campaign, or you can't start it yourself until you finish the campaign. So it's definitely something we'll dive into after the story mode. I'm trying to think. They didn't show the raid lair, but they did actually say the name of it, which was really cool. And I want to pull up this tweet for you guys. Just 1 second. Alright, sorry, I didn't want to bore you guys with me scrolling to try to find this, but basically, this isn't the official tweet that announced it, but I did like T-Rex's tweet about it because I like the picture that he showed. But the next raid lair is going to be called the Spire of the Stars, and look at this picture that he showed. Wouldn't it be cool if this is where we were going? Into the Spire right here on the Leviathan, and he says, with the raid lair being dubbed the Spire of the Stars, or the Spire of Stars, I think it might be safe to assume I know where we'll be going. Maybe we'll start in the robot room or even Calus' throne room, make our way to the top from where we ended the initial raid. That would be dope. I really want to see where this leads, and I hope that there's some type of relevance to what's going on. But unfortunately, it seems like until we finish this raid lair system, we're not going to have raids that really relate to the story mode, which kind of sucks, but I don't know. Hopefully it's fun at least. If it's fun and it has rewarding stuff, hopefully it can make up for it. So it does at least look cool if that's where we're going. So I did want to tell you guys about that too. Lastly, another thing that wasn't talked about in the Masterworks is, wasn't talked about, sorry, was Masterworks in the live stream. And there's going to be exotic Masterworks, and they've kind of just scratched the surface on that. Gathalion was talking about it in his stream, but basically we're going to be able to make our exotics a whole lot better come DLC 2. And the sandbox changes, we're gonna have exotic Masterworks where we have a chance to make our exotics really feel good. So we'll have to stay tuned for that, guys. Lastly, though, there's one more thing I know I wanted to talk to you guys about, but if it comes back to me, I'll let you know. So definitely get in the comment box below, guys. Let me know how you're feeling about all this stuff. Like, I know there's really 2 weeks left before Warmind, so just stay tuned. Hopefully we get a little bit more information in the meantime, just to keep generating the hype, guys. I remember the last thing I wanted to talk about. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the 2 ranked modes as well, guys. So there's Valor and there's Glory, and I'm not doing this off a script, as you can see, so I just come to you guys with what's on the top of my brain, and that's what we talk about. So the Valor mode, guys, is a Crucible ranking system that's gonna go up based on your guys's the amount of games you play. So this isn't about how many wins you have. This is about the games that you play, and this rank will show for people who have put a lot of time into the game. And I think they did say that winning does help boost it a little bit, but losing doesn't hurt you. This mode is all about, or this ranking is all about playing a lot of games. The other one, Glory, you get more points when you win and you lose points when you lose, and you get a multiplier the more wins you get, and a decrease multiplier the more losses you get. So you don't want to lose a lot and you really want to win a lot, and this is going to be that ranking system for the sweaties that really want to look good. And if you get to a certain rank within that Glory playlist, you actually can get a gun that looks ridiculously good called the Redrick's Claymore, and I'll at least put the picture up so you guys can see it. But it's got some crazy perks, and the craziest perk is called Desperado, and it's something that after Outlaw, the speed of the gun is going to get ridiculously fast and it's going to annihilate people. So something that's really cool. So I hope you guys will definitely like grind and get that, and we'll get to see how that is. So once again, like I said, get in the comment box below, let me know how you guys feel about everything Destiny 2 Warmind related, and if you guys are going to be picking it up. Once again, the Twitch channel is twitch.tv/cbgray. Please guys, go get that to let's try to get it to like 20 follows, just so that we have a small little following when we get started. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. So with that, I'm gonna stop talking. So I'll talk to you guys in the next Destiny video. Thanks, I love you guys. Peace.
They sought to create peace for all humanity, which is ironic because they also built Rasputin, the single most powerful weapon in the solar system. Either way, it's all been entombed on Mars since the collapse, along with something far more terrifying.